Hey everybody, Randy Patterson here with Boomerocity. And wow, at the beginning of this year, I interviewed somebody from Lynyrd Skynyrd, and that was Ricky Medlock. Now I'm presenting to you someone else from Lynyrd Skynyrd, as well as from 38 Special, and that is Johnny Van Zant and Donnie Van Zant. Together, they have their brother duo called Van Zant, simple enough. And they have a brand new album out that is different from anything else they've ever done, subject wise. And it is great. I love it. I think you guys will love it. And I encourage you to get it. And that album is called Always Look Up. And just so you know, right up front, it is a Christian or gospel themed album. And these guys are just talking very unashamedly about their faith. And they're very clear. They're not perfect. You're going to find mistakes about them? Yeah. Are they theologians? No. That's not what this album's about. Just mutual encouragement for people. People who are going through rough times, people who are struggling with their faith. And hopefully you guys will get out of this that, hey, you don't have to be perfect, man. Just be available and enjoy the music too. So I got to sit down with Johnny Van Zant and Donnie Van Zant, and we just had a great time chatting together, laughing, cutting up, all that kind of thing. And so I'd encourage you to listen to this interview or watch it. And I would encourage you to like it as you're listening and watching it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And please share it with your friends because I think they're going to like it too. And so without any further ado, here is my first interview with the legendary Van Zant brothers, Johnny and Donnie Van Zant. Until next time, this is Randy Patterson with Boomerocity. Take care. Where you guys,
that, Randy? Is that okay?
You guys look very cozy together.
Are
so
we good on
that? Yes, you are. You're perfect.
Well,
Where you guys?
I'm gonna be close to him.
Where you guys clicking in from?
We're home, Randy. This is our little studio behind our house.
Okay,
in
cool.
Middleburg,
Very
Florida.
cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, I'm up
Randy,
in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, we're
great.
jealous.
One of my favorite places to be.
Yeah.
I'm about 2 miles up the road from the rear entrance to Dollywood. So there you go.
Oh, do you live up there, Randy?
You live
Pardon
there,
me?
Randy?
You live
Yes, I do.
there?
Yeah, I was born on the other side of the mountain from here, and I came back here 11 years ago to help out my parents while I was going through a divorce, and I thought it was going to be 6 months, and here I am 11 years later. So
how did you do with a hurricane?
we were perfect, but the interstate, of course, is just probably 30 minutes from where I live is where it caved in at. And, of course, a couple of other communities about northeast of here were hit pretty hard. And, it seems like North Carolina, that northwest corner there was, those poor people got it bad, So, how about
Randy,
you guys?
we got nothing.
It was
yeah.
We got some winds and a lot of limbs in the yard.
Yeah. Randy, I thought about that the other day. I said, I'm sure those people, when they hear, when you hear about a hurricane coming through Florida and around it and stuff, you don't think about it going on up and doing so much damage,
Yep.
So that was a really abnormal hurricane, all the rain and stuff that came with it.
Well, who would have thought Northwest Arkansas would have got, not Arkansas, I'm sorry. I used to live there. North Carolina got hit, would get what they got. We're up in the mountains for gosh sakes, but that's crazy. Well, guys, first of all, I want to thank you for two things. First of all, for joining me. And secondly, for all the years of great music. And in the last 16 years, I've made it a mission to interview guys like you, people that had a big impact on my youth, soundtrack of my youth, and privileged to have been able to talk to a lot of you guys. I started this year off by talking to some blonde guy I think you might know, Ricky Medlock, so So
We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
well, you know, he's one of the biggest draws on my YouTube channel right now. So you guys got your work cut out for you. You know,
Oh my God. We're in competition, Ricky.
That's right. That's right.
Ricky's my brother, man. He's my
Yeah.
brother.
He
Yeah.
was such a fun guy to talk to.
He's
Really.
a fine.
Yeah. Just talked to him last night. He was in Tennessee himself. His girl and him got a place up there and close. He's doing good. They were going to spend Thanksgiving up there with her mom and stuff. So.
Oh, cool. Well, I've also interviewed a couple of other people you both of you know. I've interviewed Damon Johnson several times. He's like my third most interviewed person on Boomerocity. So
there you go. Damon's a great guy. So he's my buddy too.
And then,
well, now you got us. You're in trouble.
Yeah. Now I'm at the pinnacle of my success here. So, and then also Gene Pitterick, he wrote some songs for 38 Special. And so here I am. And when I saw this new album you guys have, I'm 65. So in the late 70s, early 80s, the whole contemporary Christian music thing started hitting it big. Dylan did his thing. Right. BJ Thomas, Dion, and all that. And, before I even heard this album, I was thinking, man, maybe you guys might be the tip of the spear that can lead to a resurgence of this. And in reading the one sheet on this album, I loved your attitude about how you're approaching it. Very matter of fact about your faith. I think too many times Christians put people on a pedestal. They think that a singer is also a theologian, and we're all just imperfect people praying to a perfect God, And so when I saw all this stuff about your album, I thought maybe you guys are going to lead a resurgence on that, and I think it'd be wonderful. What led up to this album? Tell me about it.
You know what, brother? What led up to is we had a bucket list of things that we want to do as brothers together musically.
I'm the engineer here. I'm trying to get it right.
the bucket list of things that we wanted to do musically together.
Yeah.
And at the top of that list was doing a Christian record.
We did a couple of country albums and Get Right with the Man and had a hit single Help Somebody with that. And we went on and did the second one. And at the end of that, we were like, well, we're burnt out. He was still doing 38. I was doing Skynyrd and doing two dual careers. Full force was a lot on us for 3 years. And we were like, okay, we done that. So now we want to do a gospel album. And it just took us a while to get this. God put us in the right place. He leads you in every way you go in this life. And doing COVID, I had 15 months off because Donnie's retired from 38, and due to hearing loss, and we were just blessed with these songs where God kept pouring them on us. And I think it was because we were all so freaked out about the world ending with COVID, oh, well, you better stay home. And, just meeting viruses out there and it's killing a lot of people. And we just hung out here, ordered in, got food, and wrote songs. And bunkered down, and it was a blessing to us. And it took a while to find a home for this. And believe it or not, we talked to a lot of the majors and didn't like what they were saying. And we wanted to do this on our own. We wanted it to be us, full force for Jesus Christ, and help produce it, record it, engineer it, write it and sing it and play it, so and we brought in great people with us. Mark Matega, that plays guitar with Skynyrd, played most of the guitar on this. Him and another gentleman, Carl Lindquist, did some work, and just some fine people that helped us make this gift to us. It's a gift to us. It's people say, hey, it's a gift to us, you guys doing anything. No, it's a gift to us. We need it. We need it.
We said very beginning of it, sir, that if we could just bring one person to Christ, it'd be worth the whole project.
Yeah.
And I think we have done that. Thank God.
Cool.
We brought ourselves to Christ, Randy.
Hey, well, it's like they say on the airlines, when those masks drop, you got to put it on yourself first before you can help anybody else, right? So
very, very,
that's
very true. Very, very.
how long, once you guys got the songs together and say you first started recording, how long did it take to get all the songs put together the way you liked them, and song selection for what was actually going to go on there, that type of thing? How long of a process was it?
You know what? It took a while because we wrote probably 40 songs for this, and we ended up only doing 11 on there, obviously. But no, it took a while to do that. We had a hard time picking songs.
Randy, honestly, I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and we just wrote one called Standing on the Rock that I think is a great song. And we have another one called I'm Coming Home that we didn't put on this record. So we want to do another one. And because we do, like Donnie said, we have plenty of songs, and God has just hit us and graced us with his gift. And you know what? We've done a lot of singing in our life, but it feels really good to sing for Jesus. So
Yes.
It's great.
How was it different from all the records both of you have worked on, Skinner and 38 Special and all the ones you've helped out on and all that? What made this different, besides maybe the content and the spirit of it? What made this album different from all the others as far as process, putting it together, all that?
I just think just trying to bring people to Christ. I mean, that was our point there.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we did it.
And I think musically, Randy, we didn't stick in one thing. I mean, like you have songs like Jesus Christ, it's a little heavier. We're coming out with a song to radio, Christian radio, and we're going to start here in December, but in January, full force, called Awesome God. It's kind of a pop song, more of what would fit on, the Promise and the different Christian stations. And then we went back to, hey, It's Up to You. It was real kind of just basic and not a big production song. So we didn't stick to our normal stuff in a lot of ways, So
there's a lot of variety on it.
Yeah,
that's what
I noticed that.
Yeah,
it should have a broad appeal to every listening palate, I think.
We hope so.
and we did that purposely. I mean, There You Are is more of kind of like in a country vein, a little bit, Then Speak His Name, we go back to that kind of little bit of pop commercial kind of thing, So, we're digging what we're doing. We're real happy with it, and I love your backdrop, by the way.
Oh, you're just biased, man. So, nope, it's all about whoever I'm talking to. So I always do this. So hopefully it'll burn into people's minds and they'll go out and buy it.
Yeah.
So. What kind of surprises did you run into putting this together? I mean, it's probably hard to be surprised anymore, but were there any surprises on this one?
No, I mean, I think for me, just how long it really took it to come together. But at the time I kept telling myself, well, God will put us in the right place. And, it's the old saying. It's funny because we had a song called Help Somebody on one of our country albums. And it said, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So,
yeah.
So, it was up to him to lead us in the right direction. And we've been working with some mighty fine people and done a lot of interviews. And it's great to be a part of the Christian community. We're loving it. We're doing a thing here December the 1st. At our church, my church, and can't wait to see the congregation. Because what we did when we started writing these, I asked Donnie, I said, do you mind if I play Pastor Mike some of our stuff just to see what he would think as a pastor, because we've never written Christian songs. We've leaned that way, but we never did a full force thing. And I took him the song Jesus Christ and put him in my truck, and I had a CD player and the truck. And I said, Pastor Mike, what do you like? Low, medium, or high? He said, well, I'm a rocker. Let's high. Let's go loud. By the time the song was over, he was like, that was loud. He took it and played it in church and they did a video of it for Easter Sunday and played it for the church, and the church loved it, and it gave us encouragement to keep writing. And all these songs were test driven at my church and before it was ever released. So we're doing a little thing for them, man, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, the church is called High Point.
High Point. Yeah. High Point.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I know back in the late 70s and early 80s when, contemporary Christian music was coming out, so much arguing and fighting over whether God could use it. I mean, Jimmy Swaggart even preached against it because of the syncopated rhythms. And I don't know how that turned out for him, but anyway, but they're just, I would like to think that now, almost 50 years later, that argument is set aside to churches. And I think for you guys, you probably have a lot of other doors open that, a straight gospel oriented person, 100% of the time would run into. So you guys have doors that, I guess bars and other kinds of venues where people will listen to what you have to say. Have you run into any invitations for that kind of thing yet?
Now, I'll tell you what we have ran into. I like reading comments, people, when they're commenting about their album or CD, whatever you want to call it. But we had a church, a music director, actually
Praise and Worship.
Praise and Worship.
Director.
Yeah. Actually Speak His Name, one of the songs we wrote.
They worked it up.
They worked it up and played it up in their church.
So,
and then there was another church that was playing There You Are. So it's unbelievable for us. I mean, like Johnny said, this is our first time doing it. We really don't know what we're doing, but
I couldn't tell. You guys are doing great, man. So,
but it's being played in a couple of churches. Van Zant's music is being played in churches. Great.
I think my way for us would be that this music, being that we come from the rock side, that maybe more artists would show their love for Jesus and come out of the closet. I guess that'd be the right way to say it, because there's a lot of time that artists don't want to offend people, and because they want to keep their fans politically and their spiritual belief. And I also would hope that this music would reach people in their darkest place, that maybe one of these songs would help somebody come out of that stormy season, because it says in the Bible there will be stormy seasons. But hey, with him, there's always a light, and if somebody can find that light through this music. And you know what? From what I've heard, God loves music,
I think he's a rocker too, so.
And, well, we know he has a sense of humor. He created me and Don.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. So I think I make God's eyes roll probably a lot more than I should have, but but no,
well, we hope to touch some people, man, that maybe wouldn't have went towards Christ, but
well, we both realize that we do have the platform for that. So hopefully we'll touch a whole bunch of people.
And that's our goal here. We didn't get into this to become gospel stars or whatever. That's not even in our mind. We just wanted to write some songs and put them out there and hopefully touch people, man. I'll be honest with you.
Songs and music. Yeah.
Are you getting any stories back from people who have heard it? Maybe people you don't even know that have got to listen to it, streamed it, whatever. What have you heard so far?
Donnie was telling you, we like looking at the comments, on underneath the songs, like on YouTube or whatever. And I seen a guy, he said, I've been struggling really, really hard with my beliefs. and listening to this music has really helped me out. And I think I'm going to overcome what I've been struggling with.
Yeah,
which it's a great thing.
It's amazing. We hear that a lot. We read it a lot.
Yeah. So, hey, we've been blessed. It's a blessing to us. And hey, we're in Thanksgiving right now, coming up on Thanksgiving. Right. We got a lot to be blessed, for. And, hopefully we won't eat too much turkey and get sick,
No, you're already going to have to ask forgiveness because you know that you're going to break down and do that. So come on. But so what's the future plans moving forward? What do you guys got going on in 2025, either together or, separate work?
Yeah, you know what? We're just going to see where the good Lord takes us with this. I mean, it's pretty amazing that we're talking to you today, and we really have put it in God's hands. Said, Lord, lead us where you want us to go. So we do know that we have the song "Awesome God" coming out, and we'll be working that, getting ready to do a video on that, and we'll see what happens.
We were up in Nashville last week, all week, and we did something that we've never done. Actually, it's the first time we played these songs live, about 3 of them. And we did it acoustic wise. And what the problem is, whether we can't tell you that we can go out and rush, because I have inner nerve damage hearing wise. And I don't know if I want to go out and hear a big rock sound, I want to sort of keep what I got left, but we did it acoustic wise, and it was great for me. I know that.
Donnie had fun. He was shaking the leg.
Oh, I love it.
Where'd you guys play there?
We did it for this, it's called CCM magazine. They have a little studio there, and we went in and played for them. It was early morning, Randy. I was like, I'm supposed to sing this early.
Well, that's what I told Brian when we were setting this up. I said, hey, I'm wide open anytime. And then he goes, how about 9:15? I said, I've got my dad's doctor's appointment because I'm his caregiver. And I said, these guys are musicians. They don't get up until the crack of noon. What's up with this?
You know what? We're early birds. They say that the early bird catches the worm, but singing early is not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. But no, we don't know. Again, we don't know. And hey, who knows? Maybe making another one. Next year. We'll see what the heck happens. I'm doing a bunch of shows with Skynyrd, going to Europe and heading up to Canada and doing some shows, of course, here in America, and going over to see our European friends over there, our Skynyrd Nation, doing some of that.
Boomerocity has a lot of viewers over there too, and in fact, Sweden. I just found out Sweden is my second biggest country there so far. But
right. I'll have to my in-laws about that. She is from Sweden, so
very cool, very old. Make her a fan of Boomerocity, please, and I'll keep an eye.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on both of your itinerary. I got to tell you, and I'm not just saying this, Johnny, because I'm here talking. It's the honest to goodness truth. Steve Karras got me a couple of tickets for the Knoxville show.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it was probably the best seats I'd ever been given by any artist. I mean, I was row 3 or 4, stage right. And I was just blown away by you guys. It's clearly on the short list of the best concerts I'd ever been to. Of course, ZZ Top opened for you guys. And it was all wonderful. I hope to see you guys again. And please know, especially on your Christian work, my door is open to you, man. We'll talk as often as you want to, and we'll help get the word out. And if there's anything else I can do to help, please let me know.
Yeah, maybe when we get that new single out, we need to get it on radio. So maybe we can talk again about it, and maybe your listeners will call the radio stations.
There you go. We'll do it. So, well, guys, stay safe. Thank you again for all the years of great music and taking the time to talk to me. And I'll look forward to talking to you guys again somewhere down the road. Get that other album out or other projects, and let's talk. We'll let the fans know about it.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, and have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, buddy. Happy New Year.
And take care of that dad.
Yeah, hey,
I'm going to.
It says that in the Bible. It says the child will become the parent will become the child. So we have to take care of her.
That's what I'm doing. He's in cognitive decline, and so he's now a big Lone Ranger fan and Bat Masterson. That's all he watches. So
I get him
we're there.
Great. We get along great.
There we go. Well, come on over and sit with him, man. He'll love it. So, all right, you guys take care. Take care. Bye-bye.